In this video, we will demonstrate how to convert existing natural gas-fired Evergreen for propane. If the boiler is already installed, you must turn off the gas supply and power and allow the boiler to cool before proceeding. You must also completely test the boiler after conversion by adjusting the gas valve to its proper setting, verify performance, and start up the boiler following instructions provided in the manual. Verify the propane gas venturi. The LP gas venturi will have a black label and will be clearly labeled LP. Verify that the label on the propane venturi is correct for the model size. If the jacket front door was not already removed, remove it. Locate the blower and venturi. Gently pull on both silencer retaining clips and remove the air silencer from the front of the venturi. Be sure to label all wires before removing. Disconnect the wire harness from the gas valve. Loosen the swivel nut on the venturi gas valve connection. Gently set the gas valve aside. After doing so, discard the old fiber washer. Remove 3 T20 Torx screws holding the venturi in place. Remove the venturi, O-ring, and inspect the blower surface. Then discard the old O-ring. Install the new propane venturi and O-ring from the conversion kit. Ensure that the O-ring is seated properly in the groove on the blower. Insert 3 new Torx screws from the conversion kit to hold the venturi in place. Torque the screws to no more than 23 inch-pounds. Reassemble the gas pipe with the new fiber washer from the conversion kit to the venturi connection. Use 2 wrenches when tightening the gas piping at the boiler, using 1 wrench to prevent the boiler gas line connection from turning. Failure to support the boiler gas connection pipe to prevent it from turning could damage gas line components. Replace the silencer gasket with a new gasket provided in the conversion kit, and reattach the air silencer to the venturi. Prior to the boiler's first ignition, adjust the throttle adjustment screw by first turning the screw clockwise until it bottoms out. Do not apply any additional or excess torque. Adjust the throttle screw in a counterclockwise direction with precisely the number of turns listed in Table 1, according to the boiler model size. After the throttle has been adjusted coarsely, the offset regulating screw must be adjusted. Remove the sealed, slotted cap protecting the white offset regulating screw before making adjustments. It is critical to be precise for the adjustment of the offset regulating screw. Do not attempt to bottom out the offset regulating screw as was done for the throttle adjustment. Adjustments to the offset regulating screw should be made from the factory-provided natural gas position. Use a marker to mark the corner of one tip of the cross on the offset regulating screw and the corresponding location on the outside of the screw housing. Turn the offset regulating screw 1/4 turn counterclockwise, ensuring that the tip of the next cross aligns with the mark on the outside of the screw housing. Reconnect the wire harness to the gas valve. Restore the electrical power. Turn on gas by opening manual gas valve and check for leaks. Do not check for gas leaks with an open flame. Use the bubble test. As shown here, a combustible gas leak detector may be used instead of the bubble test. Failure to use the bubble test to check for gas leaks can cause severe personal injury, death, or substantial property damage. Before the boiler has been fired, follow instructions on the initial screens to select propane as the gas type. If natural gas was already selected in the boiler control, the gas type parameter will need to be adjusted. Go to the contractor menu under the boiler settings menu and adjust the LP gas setting to Yes. Before firing, verify that the boiler settings are for LP gas and that the max rate for the input, priority, used to fire the boiler is set between 96% and 100%. Also, verify that the min rate is set to 10% or the minimum rate allowed, if above 2,000 foot elevation. Adjust the control settings if not at the proper rate. Prior to turning on the boiler, review the procedure and control sequence for the operation of the manual test mode in the section of the boiler manual titled Manual Test Mode for Single and Multiple Boilers. The procedure differs between boilers set as a single or multiple boiler unit. The use of a combustion analyzer is required to convert this unit and determine proper gas valve settings. Do not perform this conversion without a combustion analyzer. Improper gas valve settings can cause severe personal injury, death, or property damage. Do not allow the boiler to modulate freely until the combustion analysis and the gas valve adjustment is complete. Turn on and connect a properly working, calibrated combustion analyzer to the boiler flue pipe. Fire the boiler and force it to high fire in manual test mode. Verify that the boiler is operating at the expected firing rate by comparing the blower signal and speed on the display to figure 96 for standard altitude or table 2 for high altitude settings in the boiler manual. Adjust the high fire combustion first using the throttle adjustment screw to the CO2 and CO ranges stated in the manual. Then force the boiler to low fire. Verify that the boiler is operating at the expected firing rate by comparing the blower signal and speed on the display to figure 96 for standard altitude or table 2 for high altitude settings in the boiler manual. Adjust the offset regulating screw to the CO2 and CO ranges stated in the manual. Reinstall the slotted cap over the offset adjustment screw. Follow the full startup instructions found in this boiler manual, including the section marked Recheck the maximum and minimum CO2 and CO rate. The course adjustment prescribed by this bulletin should result in combustion settings that allow for ignition and are a starting point for further adjustment. If, after making the course adjustments prescribed above, the boiler will not light, turn the throttle screw only counterclockwise an additional 1/4 turn and attempt to light it again. Repeat for a total of up to 1 full turn. If, after the following procedure above, the boiler still will not ignite, or during combustion analysis the analyzer reads less than 1% oxygen, contact Weil-McLain Technical Services for assistance. Perform a complete startup sequence including checking for gas leaks and checking for proper operation. Install the front door. After installation is complete and the boiler is set up for propane gas, fill out and attach the propane conversion label next to the boiler rating label on the left side of the cabinet.